I'm Janis from JBMTHINKS, sports parenting coach's wife for 29 years and sports mom for 21. I had a parent ask me recently, how do I let go of my child and let someone else take over? I think that is one of the hardest things as a parent. And quite honestly, my kids are now in their 20s. And as much as I love them and as awesome as they are, it is still hard to let go. I mean, I'm not being pushy or trying to interfere in their lives, but emotionally, there are times when it is a real struggle for me to back off and let go and let them be adults and let them make their own decisions. I think that is probably something that we parents will have to deal with as long as we're parents, as long as we're on this earth. There's a natural tendency that wants to jump in and help and fix, and we can't always do that. So letting go is always going to be hard. I'm just telling you right now, it's not going to get any easier. But when your child, joins a team or goes into school, there are times when you have to hand them over, so to speak, and let someone else do the job. You have to let go, and you need to let them do their job. And I'm not saying you don't vet them. You don't, if you don't feel comfortable about your child playing on a certain team because of the coach, then don't let them play on the team. If you have real problems with him or her, then find another team. So once you decide, though, that yes, my child is okay on that team or in that classroom, I'm going to hand over this responsibility to this other adult and let them do their job. That's hard. Now, I'm not saying you never step in. No, at all. When our kids are younger and in school, if something needs to be addressed and something's going on, we need to step in because we're still ultimately responsible for them. But there are times when it's simply a matter of just letting the teacher or the coach do their job. And we don't need to always step in. Sometimes we have to back off and let them do their job. When my kids were little, I homeschooled them for a few years, and then there came a point when I decided I was not going to do this anymore. Didn't want to do it. So I put them back in school. And at the beginning of the school year, I would go meet the teacher, and I would introduce my child to the teacher, and I would say, I am delegating this responsibility to teach my child. I'm delegating it to you. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm going to delegate it to you. And so that was my way of saying, my child is your responsibility in the classroom, and I'm going to trust you with that. Now, in the same way, we as parents need to do that for coaches. And if there's something that you absolutely cannot live with, that you have to disagree with, then yes, go talk to them privately, calmly, without accusing, but just come to them and say, my child is struggling with this. How can we work together to help them? Instead of, you're doing a terrible job, you're not being a good coach, you're not being a good teacher, you need to be doing this. So letting go and letting another person speak into their life and do their job. Let the teacher do their job. Let the coach do his job. Let the piano teacher do her job. Whatever. Let the person that you have entrusted them to, you have made a point and you have made a decision that you're going to entrust them to that coach or that teacher. Let them do their job. And try to let go and stay out of it. Again, unless you feel like you really have to address something. There's a time and a place for that. But normal everyday situations, let it go, because I promise you, you're going to be working on that letting go muscle for the rest of your life. So start practicing it when they're younger, when you hand them off to someone that you know you can trust. Then let go and let that other person take care of it. So that's just an encouragement to you and a reminder to me, because I still struggle with, believe it or not, that letting go emotion, even of my older kids. It shows itself differently when they're older. Obviously, I'm not hovering over them. It's more an emotional thing that I am having to learn to let them go and let them take care of their own problems. And as children, your kids, you learn to let them go and let someone else teach them and coach them. So I hope that helps a little bit. We all got to work on that letting go muscle, and you're going to be working on it for many, many years. So have a great week, and please remember to be part of the Positive Sports Parenting Tribe.